Our Pentashot Time Trials are in the books, where we had 3 rounds to test our speed and our ability to hit 5 targets for the first time. Hello everyone, welcome to Reloader Sport. This is Christopher Bomershoot on commentary with the authority of attack, Joe Pisoletto.
What's up everybody listening? What's up, Chief? Everybody ready to go over this recap of our Pentashot Time Trials? I know I am.
Joe, this episode is a compilation of our past 3 episodes where we combine all 3 rounds of our Pentashot Time Trials. But before we get started, can you please go over the Reloader field guide for this time trial for all 3 rounds?
The field guide for the match and the 3 rounds would be a total of 10 pieces of ammo, each reload counting for 2 pieces. In order to use that weapon, you must rescue your dummy. And finally, we'll have to hit that target 5 times, the 5th one signifying the completion of each round.
But it's Reloader time for round 1. And although we're going one at a time, we're going to do split screen as always. Joe, you're on the left, I'm on the right. We both went for the jerry cans first, and we picked up our 2 pieces of ammo at the same time.
Well, I went for the jerry cans, as we mentioned. For me, that was the easiest way, or I thought the best way to get myself warmed up.
Yeah, same. See, now I think I'm a smart guy, so I went for that dummy first, and I figured I have to bring him to a certain point to unlock my weapon. I already have him in my arms, might as well keep going and pick up 2 pieces of ammo from him.
Oh, that proved to be, genius, to be frankly honest with you. It was nothing I had really thought about. And yeah, I'll give you credit. You're a smart guy. It didn't cross my mind. I had to follow your lead in the next few rounds, but round 1, that definitely gave you the advantage right out the gate.
Round 1 was probably the hottest part of the day, I would think. It seemed hotter than the second 2 rounds, or maybe we just got used to the heat. Maybe that had to do with why we needed to warm up, pardon the pun. But it was warm out there. So you see me deliver my 3rd reload to get 6 pieces of ammo. You're a little bit behind me when I'm loading my weapon, but I'm gonna take a shot with 6 and see how it goes.
Well, for me, I knew round 1, my only strategy was to get 8 pieces of ammo. I didn't quite have a way to go about it, but be it that it had been a while since we had a match, and I know I don't practice on my own, my confidence level was about a 50% in my ability to hit that target 5 times with 6 pieces of ammo, so I knew I had to get 8.
Taking the shots, it's the first time we shot at the target on the day. I'm a pretty decent shot, but I wasn't able to get it done with 6. I had to go back and get 2 more.
As the day went on, we saw that our shooting improved, but round 1 was just horrible. For me, I feel I was slow, my aim was off. It was a very frustrating round. Whether it was the hottest part of the day or not, it definitely felt like it.
That sandbag, you're doing it twice in the first round. For those who've never picked up anything so heavy and compact, it really grinds on you after a while. So it's something I tried to avoid doing, but as you can see, I had to do it.
Well, for all of those who have watched our matches, watched our rounds, you can see it does exhaust you. You'll see this is the first time I ever dragged the dummy. I always pick him up and carry him, but in round 1, I just didn't have it in me. Those 2 supply bags, plus the jerry can, plus the heat, I just mentally wasn't willing to do it.
That's part of my strategy is why I wanted to do him first, pardon the pun, but that's why he's not wearing pants. But, I wanted to carry him all the way while I was fresh, because he is awkward to carry and very heavy, and get him out of the way, I figured.
Well, that was super smart. I hadn't thought of it. And as you notice, I dragged him and then I'm sitting on him.
Yeah,
because my stamina was just very, very low. That's a telltale sign right there that I'm kind of exhausted. I'm sitting on my ass, I'm trying to take a good shot, and it's just not working out.
So being that you went first, I did see that you had to go deliver the dummy for that 5th reload, and I knew you were already tired. I didn't have to take the risk of shooting with 6 at that point, but you know, like I said, I'm trying to cut corners knowing that I have 2 more rounds to go. Yeah, I was feeling for you having to deliver that dummy at the end of the round.
Well, we could both tell. I knew in my head, and I know you could tell by observing, I wasn't making good time. Anybody who shoots 5 for 10 isn't winning.
And you did end up going 5 for 10. 5 reloads for you, 10 pieces of ammo. And seeing that, I assumed maybe you'd be a little more tired in the 2nd, 3rd round, but you actually warmed up after this. We'll see in the next rounds how it goes. But that first round time, 4.5 minutes, you were struggling out there.
The only luck I would have had in this match is if I would have turned it on myself and just lit myself up and put myself out of my misery. That would have been the best luck I could have had for round 1.
On the other hand, I went 5 for 7, which at the time I was disappointed I missed 2 because I had to go back and do one. Because like
a whole 2, huh?
Yeah, but like I said, I'm trying to conserve energy. I'm kind of a lazy dude. Everybody knows it. So I mean, I'm trying to do the minimal out here.
For anybody who doesn't know, Chris is a thinker. He's a thinker.
Not a doer.
Not a doer, yes.
4 reloads, 8 pieces of ammo. I think I had 1 more heavy bag I could have done, but didn't need it. I saved them for 2nd round. And speaking of the 2nd round, Joe, we're switching sides. I'm up 1 round to nothing. You had to start feeling the pressure. Now you're, facing elimination.
Well, I don't care about sides. I'm looking to switch results. I'm looking for the W instead of the L.
You're looking to hit the target instead of miss it is what you're trying to do.
Well, yeah, that would help. That would help in getting that W for sure.
But let's see how round 2 went. We started off. I went for the heavy bag first because I'm a G like that.
Well, that was definitely an interesting strategy, I'd say. I mean, for me, stuck to the jerry cans again. Like I said, good way to get myself going. And yeah, I was kind of surprised you went for that supply bag first.
The jerry cans are lighter, but they tend to tax your grip after a while.
And if you're not careful with balance, they can be awkward.
Yeah, if you see the first round, I stumbled a little with one of them. But I went back to back heavy bags, and I think you told me it's on your nuts or something like that. But yeah, I practiced it at home, so it wasn't too bad for me. But you seem to learn from the first round. You went for that dummy early, and you wanted to carry the rescue all the way to pick up the reload as well.
I saw that strategy work. You get your momentum going. It puts you in advantage. You're not forced to rescue him in a bind or in a pinch, or you need those last 2. It just gets you ahead of the game. So that was the strategy I took from you and try to put myself in position to win round 2.
I'm still in the mindset where I'm trying to conserve energy. I know I got a 3rd round coming up, win or lose. So I figure, if I have to, I'll go hard on the 3rd one. So I didn't really stress over rescuing a dummy all the way.
Well, for me, as crazy as it sounds, my strategy, I feel sometimes, is to exert more energy so the engine can start going.
But you did decide to start shooting with 6 this time instead of 8. Is that, again, capitalizing on what you saw in the first round? Or do you feel like you have a better handle on shooting after shooting 10 shots?
After those 10 shots, I felt like I couldn't have done any worse. Going for 6 was a gamble as well.
You were ahead of me every step of the way until you took that 6th shot and you had to go back and get an extra 2. I did the lazy, easy dragging rescue, which looks easy, but actually more tiring on your legs. You can see I'm a little gassed, but I'm still, I'm chilling. I take deep breaths, inhale, exhale, and shoot. I'm clutch from the three-point range, Joe.
Well, you're clutch when you're wide open and nobody's guarding you either. I mean, yeah, as you mentioned, I had you. I had the faster time. As we're going over this, you can see I've dispensed all my ammo by the time you're shooting your first one in regard to how long it took. And even though my aim had improved, it wasn't good enough. In this match, you definitely were the better marksman, and it worked out for you in round 1 and round 2.
Yeah, you just needed one more piece of ammo and you had to really earn it the hard way to get it.
Honestly, I was so disappointed. I thought I had you. I thought I was gonna win. After we ran this round, I still thought I had beat you regardless. I felt it was close, but it wasn't close enough.
Yeah, I'm like that dude in the movies, you know, they're just shooting like a million machine gun bullets at him, and I just show up with the one gun and just like start taking them out one by one.
Yeah, I've been shooting like a stormtrooper. I'm trying to improve that.
That's like a stormtrooper. So I took the victory in round 2, doing the minimum. 3 reloads, 6 pieces of ammo, 5 for 6 shooting. Upset that I missed the one, how dare I? So I was 2 seconds slower in this round, even though I only did 3 reloads. So you could see that I'm kind of like more taking my time on this one.
Well, yeah, your times were consistent. And exactly like you had mentioned, the fact being that you did 1 less reload, you gave yourself a little bit of time to focus on your shooting and make sure you hit those targets. I mean, 5 for 6 was still better than my 5 of 7. My 5 of 7 was way better than my 5 of 10, but in comparison, it wasn't enough. I mean, I did all the reloads faster. I got my shots off quicker. It doesn't matter if I didn't finish the round.
But yeah, 5 of 7, big improvement. And the thing that changed the most, I think, was you standing up now to shoot, which you haven't been doing in all of our previous rounds.
Well, moving forward, that's a strategy I'm sticking to.
That clinches the match for me now that I've won 2 rounds. We're still gonna do a third because we don't bring all this stuff and not do 3 rounds. That's kind of a waste of time.
Yeah, gotta finish the game.
Yeah, and I'll admit, I've had the advantage going second each of the first 2 rounds. So I'll go back-to-back rounds. I'll go first this third round. But I'm not gonna take it easy. I mean, when we're racing against each other directly on the field, we can see who wins, obviously.
Right.
But in this one, we didn't have a stopwatch on us. We're not checking the cameras actively. Going into third round, we don't really know who won that second round. We're still gonna go hard. So it's not like I'm coming into third round thinking I've already won this. I'm still trying to win this third round.
Yeah, I think we both thought it was kind of up in the air.
And because of that, Joe, I came into this round with the strategy, hey, I'm probably gonna need 8. I don't expect to shoot 5 for 6 every single time.
No, I went into this, I gotta get it done. I gotta get it done as quick as possible. I'm going with 6, and it's gonna work.
So we both employed the strategy of rescuing the dummy all the way. That's probably the best for this time trial. It uses your momentum, like we said. You see, I got a better grip, a better handle. So did you for that carry.
Hey, he didn't file a restraining order against you after you grabbed him right there?
He likes it. He likes it.
Okay.
So we both did the rescue. You learned from the previous 2 rounds, you were going for speed. And this being the last round, you know, there's no issue about your grip being taxed. You went for both jerry cans.
For me personally, I wouldn't say anyone quite enjoys doing reloads. They are hard. I've always felt I have very good grip strength. So doing the jerry cans, I feel is a reload that I can do hands down. I feel it's a reload I can do quicker than most. And it's something I put in my strategy to get this round in the books.
You know, those jerry cans are 7 gallons each. The reason I like these is because they're filled with water and it sways. It forces you to use your stabilizing muscles, not just your grip strength, not just your shoulders and traps, but it's really a full body exercise. We went 5 for 6, get that redemption victory. Meanwhile, I'm oblivious because I went first, and I'm thinking I'm making good time, and I am really compared to the first 2 rounds.
You did make good time. It proved to be your fastest round of the day, but not enough.
I thought, 8. If I go 5 for 7 in this one, I'm good. But I didn't even need the 8. because I'm just like that. You got it. There you go.
All day, you shot better than me. Every round. Round 1, you shot, I think it was 71%. Round 2, I shot 71, but you shot 83. This time, I believe I shot 83. You shot 100, but thankfully, I got all the reloads done a lot faster.
That 1 minute and 38 seconds is like not even fair. I don't know if I could have beat that time if I knew you ran that time first.
I'm quicker than the speed of sound. If you don't believe it, you just saw it.
If you don't believe it, you can hear it.
That's right.
But you know, this was not a bad round for me either. I went 5 for 5 shooting. If I didn't go back and get that last ammo, no, I think I still would have lost actually. But yeah, because that's a ridiculous time you had.
Well, it was a great round for both of us. And again, that's what this sport is all about. You know, testing each other, being in competition, pushing yourself to the limit.
Going over our stats for all 3 rounds. Joe, you got more efficient with each round, doing 5 reloads, 4 reloads, 3 reloads. If we did a 4th round, I don't know if you can do 2, but you maybe you would have. Targets hit, we both hit 15 because we were both out there to finish the round completely. Shooting wise, I just spit hot fire. I'm 83% on the day, 15 for 18. You went 15 for 23 on the day, but most of those misses were from the first round. You actually went 10 for 13 your last 2 rounds. Our best round on the day was this 3rd and final round, 220 to 138. I guess you won the time trial part.
I mean, we got to start doing like a 3 out of 5. If we do a 3 out of 5, I think I got you in the bag. You could go up 2-0 on me and I'd end up beating you 3-2. I'd be like the Red Sox, man. Be the first person ever to come back from that deficit.
Okay, sure. Well, the reason we do 2 out of 3 is because we're setting this up for tournament play. We're setting it up for multiple matches in the same day. So we're saying we felt really good after the 3rd round. That's great because if we had another opponent to face, we'd have to do it all over again.
Exactly. This is going to be a day event, maybe even a 2-day event.
Yeah, and a couple day event.
So, I mean, right now, of course, we feel great. I'm saying I could have gone 5, but could I go a best 3 out of 5 for a whole day or a weekend? That's a tall task to ask. So the 3 rounds is definitely geared for once we get this sport evolved at its peak. But for now, I'll take the fastest time of the day.
If you go back to our history, you know, count all the stats, you outnumber me on reloads by a lot. But this is a shooting game and you cannot win unless you shoot all the targets. So, you know, you can be the best athlete out there. If you're a cockeyed mofo, you're not going to win this game.
If you forgot your glasses at home, you may be in a bad position.
But that's the theme of the game. You know, we're action heroes out here. We're fit for survival. This is supposed to simulate, you know, an attack on your field, and you have to race to be the first to rescue your friend and defeat the enemies, and, you know, be an overall kick-ass.
That's right.
But that about wraps it up for our time trial. I think we accomplished a lot out here in terms of what we learned and how we can apply it to make the game better. Please spread the word about Reloader Sport. Tell the feds, tell your girl, tell your mother. Conference call your whack crew and tell each other. We appreciate your support. Thank you all for tuning in. Joe, you have anything to leave us with before we sign off?
Look forward to you joining us next time.
Thank you so much.